thinking about getting some stuff for that back wall. You know, this office is still new. I'm still just moving into it. Obviously, nothing on the walls, but the original idea was to get some, you know, some acoustic foam, well, not like some acoustic panels, some big ones that match and go around the whole room. But I don't know. I think that's just, I think I can make it look more interesting. You know what I mean? I really like, we'll see how it works. You know that that acoustic wood slat paneling? You know, I think that would look really cool back there in like a video backdrop for like my YouTube videos and stuff. Like, I think, yeah, like maybe like the same color as this wood or something. Like, I just woke up, I'm still in my PJs, but like if you look at this table here, like this is kind of like the color of the paneling that I want for that back wall, but acoustic wood slat, and I think that would look really cool. And then maybe like same thing, I don't know. I think it'd get really expensive if you do the whole room, and then you got to be careful if you do the wood slat everywhere, because you don't want it to end up looking like a fucking tiki bar, you know? Or maybe you do. Maybe you want it to look like a tiki bar for the summer. So I don't know. I think so. That's my thinking, is either wood slat panels for the back wall or paint it dark gray. Because the thing is, I also do self tapes for film and TV, and you know, right now you've got to put up like this backdrop, a photo backdrop structure, which is a pain in the ass. It's not that much of a pain. It'd be better to just point and shoot. So sometimes you switch out with those backdrops between, from, you know, if you're an actor, you know, it's either usually blue or dark gray. So I was thinking dark gray, painting that back wall could look cool too. But then I'm still gonna get the reflection. So I do all my voiceovers over in this room, which isn't totally set up yet. It's getting there. Studio Bricks was kind enough to give me a big discount, send me a whole bunch of foam. We're working on that right now. So it's gonna basically look like a Studio Bricks in there, which is gonna be nice, because I mean, that's all Studio Bricks really is like, you know, it's just an enclosure with acoustics on the inside of it. It's a good enclosure. Doesn't cut out all the sound though. So if you're thinking about getting a Studio Bricks for voiceover, just know that you still need a quiet space. It's not like a cure-all, but they look great. Yeah. So one of the first things that I like to do in my day, obviously have coffee. Well, I do two things really. I look over my community and see if there's any kind of emergencies. Jason just had an emergency because he just signed up for Voice 123 and he wasn't sure how to submit and all that kind of stuff. Good for him for pulling the trigger. Just fuck it, just signing up without knowing what to do. But we helped him out this morning. Just answered his message, got him on track, and yeah, we'll see. So other than that, I'm just kind of looking and seeing if there's any emergencies in VoiceOver School. Doesn't look like any emergencies. Then I go through voices.com and just try to look if there's any auditions that have, you know, I once they get, like, I don't really do auditions below the $250 to $499 level on voices. It's just not really worth my time. So I usually just delete all those. I look to see what I got from my agent. Oh, there's quite a few video game auditions up today. I'm doing, maybe you saw my new video game demo. I'm doing more. I want to get more into video games. It's the one thing, you know, like I started doing voiceover for commercials in the beginning. I just kind of always stuck to that because it pays really well. They're easy to do. But this year I'm really trying to take video games and animation more seriously. I really want to handle that because I really want to go to a Comic-Con. No, I just, you know, it's funny because video games animation usually pay the least. Usually, not always. You book a big AAA game like Troy Baker does for like, you know, The Last of Us or Indiana Jones, you're a millionaire. But for most of us, yeah, it's not going to be life-changing money. But it brings a lot of accolades. You know, for some reason, people always ask me, like, I mean, I've done a lot of things in voiceover, but people, when they get interviews with me or new students, are always like, what kind of video games animation have you done? I'm like, 0. It's not true. I've done some independent game. I'm working on an independent game right now out of, where are they? Finland or something like that, I think. Finland? Poland? I don't know. Somewhere in Europe. Northern, Eastern, I don't know, somewhere around Europe. And it's a cool game, but I can't really say anything about it yet. But other than that, like, no animation. So I really want to get into that. And, you know, I'm sure you can relate. Because that's the first thing that most people think of when they think voiceover. They don't think of all the commercials or the industrials or the e-learning. They think video games and animation. And I gotta admit, like, that's, you know, something that's been under my skin over the years. I've really, really, really wanted to do it. So I'm on a mission to do it. I've been working with Mark Grau. Yeah, even I'm a coach and I get coaching too. You know, for video games animation, I haven't been able to do it on my own. Mostly commercials and commercial adjacent stuff I've been able to do on my own mostly. I've gotten some help here and there. But yeah, for video games animation, I want to go to the top guy for that genre, which is Mark Grau, and just get some help and, you know, really handle that this year. And I've made some big strides, so we'll see. Hopefully one of these days I can report back to you and tell you, you know, I did it. I booked a huge, could you imagine all this time of just like wanting to do it, and then just I got a little bit of help, and then bam, floodgates open up. That's usually how it happens. But the thing is, what I've seen, it seems like a lot of it, not all of them, but a lot of them want you to be either in, mostly in LA, but they're open to remote recordings, but they want you, they prefer if you're there, which is weird because when you do video games, you're always alone. You're never recording with another actor, so you can totally do them remotely. But yeah, we'll see. I'm not opposed to flying to LA to do a video game, a big AAA game, so anyway, I should probably jump in the booth. Oh, wait, right, we're gonna eliminate some of these $100 jobs on Voices. No. Do you think that it's bad that I don't do jobs under like 400 bucks? Listen, the whole idea about getting over 50, 60 auditions a day, don't have to do them all in the beginning. Work up to it. Do as many as you can. But when you have that many to choose from, you can just like do the cream of the crop. You don't have to do them all. Just do the best ones. So I had like 30 something auditions on Voices, and I just deleted like more than half of them. I have 12, but I'm going to get so many more today. So start off by doing those 12 and looking up voice 1, 2, 3 and Mexican accent. Well, I'm not going to do that one. Not very ethical anyway. I might be able to do a cliche one, but they want an authentic one. Yeah, and get to those agent auditions as well. It's hard, like when you're getting jobs on pay to play, getting jobs with your agent is harder, but you got to remind yourself to do your agent jobs first because they usually pay the most. But it's hard to stay on track with that. So, especially when you got a bunch of agents and they're all sending you stuff. So anyway, time to jump in the booth. Cheers. Outdo cancer. Outdo with out and do mashed together. Cancer. Some of the titles for these voiceovers. This is for an internal Apple Vision Pro immersive spatial experience. Has anybody ever used those Apple Pros? You guys ever tried that? I think the freaky thing about the Apple Pros is when you put them on and they got like, you can turn it so you can see the eyes. It's weird. Let's see, Pfizer final script. Okay, so it's Pfizer. Nothing is more urgent, more personal, more vital than our goal. Our goal to outpace, outsmart, and outmaneuver cancer at every turn.
1 in 3 people in the United States alone will have cancer in their lifetime. With the legacy of bringing life-changing medicines to the world, we are relentlessly gaining ground against this disease. For so many, cancer isn't just a statistic. It's personal. Let's outdo cancer together. You know, with these cancer scripts, anything that's like medical, that's, you know, or someone's got like a terminal illness or something, people tend to approach these as from like a negative point of view. And I don't think that's what you want to do. I think you want to add, you know, you want to make it a little upbeat because you've got the solution, right? So it's more positive than it is negative. Yeah, cancer is a negative thing, but you've got the solution in the commercial script, at least. So I'd probably approach it something like this. Nothing is more urgent, more personal, more vital than our goal. Our goal to outpace, outsmart, and outmaneuver cancer at every turn. 1 in 3 people in the United States alone will have cancer in their lifetime. With the legacy of bringing life-changing medicines to the world, we are relentlessly gaining ground against this disease. For so many, cancer isn't just a statistic. How is it just a statistic? For so many, cancer isn't just a statistic. For so many, cancer isn't just a statistic. Just a statistic. Whenever you get words like these combinations, one thing you want to do is just write them down on a pad and say them every day until they're not a problem anymore. I haven't had one come up in a while. This is a good one. For so many, cancer isn't just a statistic. Cancer isn't just a For so many, cancer isn't just a statistic. For so many, cancer isn't just a statistic. It's personal. It's personal. Let's outdo cancer together. So there's like 3 other scripts, but they only really need like 30 seconds tops of the auditions. We're on voices.com. That's what I'm doing today. So, oh, one just came up. You want to try and do these things as soon as you can. I like to go from top, like I go from the highest budget to the lowest budget, but I always go, if one just comes in that's brand new, I'll do it. But I don't really do anything less than, you know, $250 to $499. I've tracked it. It doesn't really make a huge difference at the end of the month below that. Okay, so there's a reference. I'm not going to check it out. I have an idea. This basketball March Madness is going. March is all about hoops. So DoorDash and Popeyes cooked up something clutch for fans. 35% off during the tournament. And all the free wings if you spotted a special drop. We teamed up with 3 superstar college athletes. Derek Queen, Jada Curry, and Mark Sears. To give fans like you a bite of the action, we balled out with custom cards for each athlete and hosted a nationwide scavenger hunt to find the packs. You all went full detective mode. And plot twist, some of you found another surprise inside. Missed out on the hunt? Hold on to your biscuits. You can still get that 35% off Popeyes for the rest of the tournament. Winner, winner, wings for dinner. Winner, winner, wings for dinner. Plus everything else you need for game day. Post up, order now. Yeah, so don't do what I did there, where I didn't even read the script. I just went into it. So a little announcery, but I think you kind of need that for a script like this. Otherwise, it's not going to be exciting enough because, you know, March Madness is it's called March Madness, not March Library Time. So I don't know, that's probably a bad joke. But yeah, you want to have a little bit more punch to it, I think. Let's do another one here. What do we got? Next show announcements. I like to announce which spot I'm doing when I'm doing these off in bulk so that I can check it out on the computer, because the order usually changes and I want to make sure I'm submitting the right audition to the right job. So I call out the title. Narration, voice of God for reference. Ladies and gentlemen, please take your seats. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome. Oh, this is easy. I'll put my headphones on this so I can get super announcery on this one. I got these donated. I bought these donated. I bought these from Studio Bricks. They're sending me a whole bunch more. So this whole space is going to be like kitted out like a giant Studio Bricks. Because it essentially works the same way. Studio Bricks is just an enclosure, and this thing kind of works like one too. But it is. It's like a flex room. It's like an office space and converted into a studio. So it's going to be pretty badass. It's nice and quiet in here. Okay, focus, Jesse. All right. Only thing that I hate. Planes. Come on. Doom, 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 doom. Okay. I think it's gone. Okay. Ladies and gentlemen, please take your seats. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome. Coming up next, please welcome. To introduce our panel, please welcome. To introduce our next session. And now, please welcome. Please join us for... I've done so many of those things. That sounds super cheesy. Let me know. Let me know in the comments, in the chat. I don't know if I'm going to put this out. Let's see. Moose should feel deeper. Okay, cool. Let's check this out. Go Puff. Oh, it's one of these. These are funny. I thought I already did this one. Depressed and dramatic. Let's do it again. Yeah, I did do this one already. They put it up twice. Let's do it again. So I already read this, so I'm not going to read it again. I mean, I'm not going to pre-read it, but I suggest if you're going to do voiceover, you are if you're watching this channel or you're just interested in the shit that I talk. Read it first, then perform it. Okay. I lack purpose, motivation, direction. We're a cookie jar with nothing worth guarding. Would it kill them to throw in a white chocolate macadamia? A triple fudge? Something worth protecting? Or, hear me out, they could order their cookies from GoPuff. They have over 50 different choices. 50! So they're like cookie jars that are talking shit. Anyway. Cool, yeah. So that's it. That is the end of the day. What is it, like probably 55 auditions? That's like 53 auditions and a couple coaching clients. I still like that blank wall is bugging me. And one of my students commented on it, so got to get that handled. Anyway, yeah, that's a voiceover part of today. I don't know. I had fun doing this. This vlog style kind of thing. I think I'm going to do this more often. Hit me up below if you want to see this more. But other than that, yeah. See you in the next one.